Criminal breach of trust. Criminal breach of trust. Criminal breach of trust Section 405. Whoever, being in any manner entrusted with property or with any dominion over property, dishonestly misappropriates or converts to his own use that property or dishonestly uses or disposes of that property in violation of any direction of law prescribing the mode in which such trust is to be discharged or of any legal contract, express or implied, which he has made touching the discharge of such trust, wilfully suffers any other person so to do, commits criminal breach of trust. Case Law, SEMR 1980-402. To establish the charge of criminal breach of trust, the prosecution must prove not only entrustment but also that the accused dishonestly disappropriated the property. Key element of criminal breach of trust. Here are the key elements and characteristics of criminal breach of trust under Section 405. Entrustment. The offender must be entrusted with property or have dominion over property. This means they are given custody, control, or responsibility for the property by the owner or by law. 2. Dishonest misappropriation or conversion. The offender dishonestly misappropriates or converts the property for their own use without the consent of the owner. This involves wrongful appropriation or conversion of the property to the offender's benefit. 3. Violation of direction of law or legal contract. The misappropriation, conversion, use, or disposal of the property is done in violation of any direction of law or legal contract. It includes the breach of a legal duty or obligation related to the handling or use of the entrusted property. 4. Willful suffering of another person. The offender, if they do not commit the breach of trust themselves, willfully allows or permits another person to dishonestly misappropriate, convert, use, or dispose of the entrusted property. Examples of breach of trust. Here are some instances of criminal breach of trust as mentioned in the PPC. I. Assume a being executor to the will of a deceased person, dishonestly disobeys the law which directs him to divide the effects according to the will and appropriates them to his own use. A has committed a breach of trust. 2. A public servant entrusted with public funds, such as a government official, embezzles or misappropriates those funds for personal gain or uses them in violation of the prescribed rules and regulations. 3. A banker or merchant, acting as a custodian of customer funds, dishonestly misappropriates or converts those funds to their own use without the customer's consent or in violation of the terms of the banking or business relationship. 4. An agent or attorney, acting on behalf of a client, dishonestly misappropriates or converts the client's property or assets to their own use without the client's authorization or in violation of the terms of the agency or attorney-client relationship. V. A trustee entrusted with managing or overseeing trust property, such as assets or funds, breaches their fiduciary duty by dishonestly misappropriating or converting the trust property for personal gain or using it in violation of the terms of the trust agreement. Vi. A factor or broker entrusted with goods, merchandise, or funds for the purpose of sale, delivery, or disposal dishonestly misappropriates or converts those goods or funds for personal benefit, without authorization, or contrary to the terms of the agreement. Punishment for criminal breach of trust U.S. 406. Whoever commits a criminal breach of trust shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 7 years or with a fine or with both.